corruption there. This is absolute patriotism. And when you talk about cyber security, you are there 24/7 to maintain that. And we need young people of integrity who are committed for the cause of their country. And this is my takeaway for every student here who wants to pursue STEM. Go to your Form 1 exam where you did a cut. Make sure any place the teacher put a cross like that, you go and do correction and they do at least 4 more questions to be sure that if you are given another question like that, whether in the main exam or another place, you will not get it wrong. Because in the energy sector, when you come to this side, we don't allow mistakes. Mistakes can be catastrophic. You can put the whole country in blackout and we lose a lot of money. We have checks and balances on that, but there's one person there who is supposed to be so diligent, so precise. When you do your maths, whether it is calculus, integration, you make sure you get it right at the first attempt. That's what we call excellence. And as a lecturer, I'm very strict on that. I will not allow mistakes. I'll be on your neck to make sure you do it right. It's just like in medicine. When you operate somebody, your mistake means somebody loses children or loses a father. You must do it right because there is no other attempt. And you practice now. You become a keen student from now henceforth. Let's hear from our next panelist there. Just give her so that she can tell us what you are doing to support STEM pathways as an organization and how you can make it sustainable.
Tukimalizia.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, Professor. My name is Nancy. I'm representing the Director, Greening and Climate Change from the State Department of TVET. So with TVET, before I say anything, I want to demystify that belief that those people that go to TVET are failures or people who have not performed well. That is not true. So for the students that are here, get to know that TVET is not for failures. TVET is for people who are keen on hands-on or practical aspects in the job market. And therefore, as TVET, that is exactly what we are doing. We are making sure that we are training or we imparting skills that are needed by the job market and in all the areas of STEM. And that's why with the TVET, we have taken an approach. We are not waiting for 2028 for us to start the competency-based training. We've already rolled out that. Already in all our TVET institutions, we are doing the CBET, and therefore we are impacting hands-on skills to our trainees, and therefore they're very proactive and they're very marketable in the job market. When it comes to the energy sector, we have done quite a lot, and for us, we're already having courses and skill areas that are related to the energy sector. We already have people doing petroleum engineering at the diploma level, and that we're also having people who are doing solar installations, technicians at certificate level, artisan level, and that means that we are picking all kinds of people. And we are also having our training with the industry. So with the TVET sector, we have adopted the dual training model. And that means that we are training with the industry for the industry. That means that we get to partner with the industry to make sure that what we are giving or the kind of skills that we're giving is exactly what the industry requires. So in essence, a trainee will be able to be at the TVET institution for some time, then go to the industry for some time, and therefore they get the hands-on or practical skills that are required in the market. For the energy sector, we've done a lot. If you visit our booth, for example, in the TVET sector, you find that we're doing sustainable waste management, and with that waste management, we are producing energy from that. So for example, you're producing energy from avocado seeds, and that is quite good for waste management as well as production of energy. We also we are also having some of our TVET institutions that are centers of excellence, and that means that we are very keen in that area. For example, if you go to PC Energy, it's a center of excellence in renewable energy and energy efficiency. And therefore, if you also go to our booths, you'll be able to see how they are doing EV using solar energy. So we are actually very particular with clean energy and impacting skills that are going to help the market in uptake of those particular areas that are related to clean energy.
Thank you so much, Anne. Anne, she's on the TVET, and these are the hands-on people. And actually, we are very happy with the TVET because they begin from diploma, certificate, craft, and artisan. So they distribute very well, and they train practically. They don't even write many things. They do them. This is where we are very happy with what Anne they are doing with the TVET. And now they are touching on green energy. And I was so impressed in Nairobi International Trade Fair. I was there. I was one of the judges. And the way the TVETs articulating the principles which are learned in the university, they do them practically. Thank you so much, Anne. Want to hear also from engineer here. How are you supporting and how do you gauge the students who are coming for internship from TVET in your industry? And how you support them to come there, and how do you pay them, or what do you do to them?
Tukimalizia, naona our PS is already here, so kindly, Prof, as we wind up.
Okay. Yes.
Thank you, Prof. In the public service, there's an internship program whereby there's recruitment by the Public Service Commission of interns who go to, that's Public Service Commission plus the Engineers Board of Kenya, where they recruit interns and they're sent to various organizations. So apart from the interns are with us for at least 1 year. I think 1 year. It's supposed to be 1 year. And we also have attachments from the TVET institutions. Attachments are usually 3 months. And attachments are usually part of the curriculum for the organizations, for the training institutions. So when the students are with us, they come, the supervisors come and not exactly supervise them, but once in a while come and get to know the progress of the students. So we have an internship program, and we have a program where we take on attachees from the technical institutions for the training. Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. Maybe my brother there, Franz, this is Thomas. Tell us whether the students are half-baked when they come there, or they need to be done something else from what you see from the industry side.
Thank you so much. The worst thing about coming last is that you always do the high-level summary of what
others
you
have
need to
said.
say. So what I would say is that at the State Department, we have had opportunities to engage with the interns from the public service. We are also having opportunities to interact and engage the attachees. These are students who are in the process of their learning curve from the TVETs, also from the universities. And what we have experienced is that we have what it takes to build brains ready for what the industry needs. The only thing that I would like to emphasize, energy, and I would say energy and petroleum,
Yes.
is capital intensive in terms of reasoning power and decision making. And what we realize is that the students we are having have been well glued into the theoretical part. Theoretically, if you told a student to derive for you a formula, a concept, it is at their fingertips. The missing gap and the link that we need is the expertise in terms of utility, harnessing that knowledge into what the industry needs. For instance, I would maybe, for this particular question, want to invite all the students who are very much interested in STEM to visit our booths. You are going to interact and see for yourself the state-of-art equipments that we are using in the industry, the likes of equipments we use for exploration in geosciences. When you go to the medical sector, same. You also have the other booths from our sagas. We are using top-notch technology, and that is what is lacking. If you go to a university and you're teaching a student processing, acquiring gravity data, as a geophysicist, I would want to delve on that, and you're using the Walden gravimeter, and we have the kind of equipments you'll see here, that's a missing gap. So we need to have that embraced in our learning institutions so that we expose the students into the practical bit. The other thing that maybe I would want to touch as I finish or wind up is what the ministry is doing in terms of trying to also align itself with adoption and incorporation of the learners. We have a couple of policies that stipulate well where you fall and what the ministry is doing to enable the learners get into the job market. I would like the audience to maybe acquaint yourself with the National Energy Policy, which is dated 2025-2034. It has lots of material in terms of what we are staging today. We also have National Petroleum Policy, which again also stipulates further what the State Department, the two State Departments are envisaging to do. Kenya Energy Sector Roadmap, that's a 2040, for 2040. It's a transformational document, transforming energy. So we also have that as a document that can guide the learners into the job market. Vision 2030 and better agenda. It's another thing that we also need to align ourselves. So in short, I would like to say our students get the best knowledge, but we need to still fine-tune their skills in terms of applicability. Thank you.
Thank you.
So thank you so much for that. As we wind up, a summary of what we have said, we said we need to understand the pathways as number one. Number two, policies in energy. And number three, the strategies, especially the strategy of using AI to increase energy. And you guys who are seated there, you are living a time which is having a lot of information. For example, a student who wants to get energy from the sun, and Kitui has a lot of sun. You can make a solar cell by just asking AI to design for you. You can follow that on your own. You don't need now to go far. AI is where you need to learn faster. You don't need a lecturer. Even as lecturers and as teachers, we are scared because already you have all the library, you have all the information, which are advanced even faster. And even just the policies, it can even tell you faster on your fingertips. Get into AI and see how innovation can be done. This thing you hear about innovation is in the digital space. Thank you so much. I want to welcome our moderator. The PS was supposed to be here so that we give her a chance. She's supposed to go somewhere else. But even as they come, students who are here, are you using AI in your studies in school today? You have AI? Make sure you capitalize on that. Now, thank you, sir. It's your chance now.
Thank you so much, Professor. Wapi makofi ya Professor and the whole panel. Thank you so much. Because our chief guest is here, Professor utanikubalia, I'm going to kindly request that we take our seats. One more time, let's appreciate our panel, ladies and gentlemen. Wapigeni makofi mazuri. For hayo mazungumzo, we truly appreciate. Ambia mwenzako Energy Week. Mwambie Energy Week. Mwambie hakuna kulala hapa. So are you guys ready for the next part of the program? Are you ready? So tuko na wageni waheshimiwa ambao wamejiunga na sisi. Hawa ni pati ya wale viongozi ambao wamefanya hii shughuli ya leo ikue ikamilike. Na ningependa kabla tuwalete, ni vizuri, nimeona, unajua tumemix. It's a mixture today. Tunajaribu pia sisi wenye wako shule waanze kufunzwa mambo ya teknolojia na sayansi. So wale wako shule wana fitting very well kwa hii conversation yetu, lakini pia tuko na wananchi. Mnakumbuka tukiwa shule tukiambiwa ukiona mzazi amesimama kwa matatu unampatia kiti. Mnakumbuka hiyo? Nasi tupatie hawa wazazi viti. So nataka tujaribu tusaidie hawa wenzetu wa nyumbani wakati wapate mahali ya kuketi. So nitaomba students. Naomba a few students mtanikubalia tukubali hawa wazee wetu kidogo waketi mahali. Naomba tu volunteers. Volunteers kindly so that we can ni laana, usilaaniwe. Ndoka umanewe na atia email ba. Thank you. Tafuta mahali. Ando mama zimadha iba ando mwe kalende. Kanoki kekana. Niwa amua. Wakijipanga ni watayarishe so ndani ya uwanja huu wa Teachers College tuko na Mr. Dennis Itumbi ambaye ni Head of Presidential and Special Projects, Head of Presidential Special Projects and Creative Economy, na pia yeye ni Chairman wa Thematic National Celebrations. Tuko na PS wetu State Department for Livestock and Development, Honorable Jonathan Mweke. Tutakuwa pia na Dr. Beatrice Maganda, PS wetu wa State Department of University and Education. Tunamu-expect pia governor wetu wa Kitui County. So tukijipanga ndio waje, nafikiri the other conversations tutazifanya baadaye. So kuna mtu ambaye anaweza akakuwa kwa na swali kwa hayo mazungumzo ambayo yamefanyika hapa. Kama uko na swali, tutaulizana hizo maswali wakati our PSs wameingia na wakakaa chini. You have a question? Wacha nione kwa mkono juu. Kama uko na swali yoyote kuhusu mambo ya energy. Hakuna mtu ako na swali yoyote. Na profesa ako hapa. Iko swali hapo nimeona. Shikilia swali yako. Kuna mtu mwingine ako na swali? Thank you so much. We have actually cleared the way. Asanteni sana wanafunzi kwa kukubalia wenyeji wetu waketi chini. Students, jipigeni makofi bana. Thank you so much guys. Wale ambao wako hapo kwa mlango, kindly tutaomba we clear, but also find a place to sit. Hao wanafunzi wamekaa huko juu, unaweza mbeba mumukike ndio tuendelee na maneno. So kuna swali moja hapo, kuna swali lingine hapa. Swali hapa. Swali pale. Juu umeuliza hiyo swali peke yako bro, acha nisikie swali yako ni gani. Labda prof anaweza anza sai. Wacha nisikie swali. Na muulize maswali nyinyi watu. Hii mazungumzo iko hapa si ya TV. Jina yako alafu swali.
Okay, my name is Jack Oko Chieng. Na nilikuwa na swali hapa. Yes, about the implication of CBE as a system of education 2633 and the formative system of education which is 844. How can we compare these systems of education and how can I make it and how we can develop the energy with the implication of CBE.
Okay. Bwana professor, we have another professor here from Kisumu City. Anauliza swali ya implications. How we can, what are you saying?
The implication of CBC as a system of education.
Professor, I know you have understood your fellow professor. Wacha nikuletee tu microphone hapo mahali huko. Ujaribu kujibu yeye.
No, thank you so much for that question. Actually, what is basic in all sciences is that the theoretical part, whether in the CBC, whether in 844, the theoretical part remains the same. If it is chemistry, sodium chloride, NaCl, the same. Atomic number, everything. remain the same. The approach of CBC is that they want them to be more practical, not more theoretical. That's why we are transiting from just memorizing them, but also CBC have to have them in memory. So where you are going to see the implication is that these guys who are coming from CBC, actually many of them have never done exams. They're just given expectation, beyond expectation, met expectation. They have never been intimidated by low marks. They are people who have open mind. You guys have been scared with maths. You got 14 out of 14%. And you got so scared you almost left physics because you got 22%. Them, they have never done that. And they have not been intimidated by that. So them, they have been pushed to innovate, to think, to explore. So for you to survive in the future, make sure you link up with the practical part of whatever you are doing. In the universities, we also are supposed to be equipped, money to be given for us to be able to do as much practicals as possible. We have a challenge. Even 8 CBC, this number is so big for the universities. That's a big challenge. The facilities we have in the universities are also very minimal. That's why we are looking at the AI and the digitization, because now we can have virtual labs whereby you can do whatever is being done physically, you can also do it virtually. And when we capitalize on AI technologies, because that's where we are going to be, as you saw what Engineer Ogudu put on one side, and the other side was digitization and AI, that's a place everybody, whether 844 or CBC, we must all get into that. You're going to learn faster. And you see the CBC have never done exams, so they just go there and they explore that. I saw a small clip of a small boy who was doing some things about economics. Then he was asked, have you done economics as your specialty? And the boy said, no, I just learned online. And now they apply that one. So the better student is not the one who has grades. It's the one who is practically doing the work itself. So try as much as possible to do the theory, then go to AI, see practically what other people have done globally, then think how you can see a better idea, a better option, a better perspective than what they have done, and the AI is going to enable you to do that. Then you test that. That's how the country is going to develop, by AI connected to the theory, and that has to be done. That's why I asked, is your school connect you to AI? You go to China, I've been to Australia, I've been to Germany, all students are connected to what AI is doing right now. That's very crucial. Thank you, sir.
Jamani, makofi ya profesa jamani. Bwana Otis, have we answered you? Tick. Thank you, sir. Amesema tick, prof. Kulikuwa na jamaa mwingine hapo pia alikuwa na swali. Wacha tusikie, sema jina yako bro, then you make a question.
Okay. My name is Haron Koech, and I have a question especially to the university section. One, I want to say congratulate the TIFET. They explained well, and they told us that already they have started in calculating the issue of CBC or CBE to their students. But now the university are still developing their curriculum up to 2029. Meaning that they have known that the current curriculum is not practical based, and they are still using it, which means they are still producing most of the theory students who are going to the market. And you have heard from the State Department of Public Service that there is a gap between the students who are coming out and those who are going to the industry. So why are they are still using something which is actually has a lot of gap? Why don't they can they fast track their curriculum so that they can immediately use it instead of waiting for the lot who are going to join in 2029? Thank you.
Thank you. Professor, wacha nikutafutie ingine nikuje na kadhaa. Anybody else? There is a question there. Hiyo pande ingine iko mtu ingine? Professor ndio ataamua nani atajibu hizi maswali. Okay, wacha tusikie madam hapa. Kuna moja hapo ya pili.
This is Ruth. You've said talents are nurtured from the early ages. And somebody has said, mumeajiri walimu wa ECD, permanent and pensionable, and you've distributed in infrastructures. What follow-up do you do to make sure those remote areas, learners are getting what everyone is getting? Because unakuta, for example, when I was growing, unakuta shule za town are getting more than the remote areas. Kama mimi niligrow kama sijaona lamp, I had to book, the teacher had to book a lab, shule za town. Unakuta, unapatana like experiment you are doing the first day. What do you do for those dreams in rural areas that they will get everything that others are getting?
Asante, swali la pili hilo. Wacha tuulize swali. Uko na swali? Oh. Swali? Swali hapa kisha pale alafu tupate majibu.
My name is Samora Young. And to us who are in the midway before the CBC, what are you going to do so that we benefit from the change? Or are we epitomes of the failed system?
Hey, hawa. Kijana mdogo, swali ngumu.
Thank you. My name is Steve. I'm an educator. I have a few questions to the panelists. Number one, we have a real problem and we want to have a real conversation in relation to connection to the grid. We still have institutions of learning, basic institutions of learning that are not connected to the grid. And we are talking about AI, computer integration in teaching and learning, and it's still a real problem. I want to know whether it is just the goodwill of the politicians and leaders, or the energy sector is committed in ensuring that these institutions are connected to the grid so that learning continues seamlessly. Number two, there's also a challenge with domiciling of JSS in primary schools. It is a real problem. We cannot bury our heads in the sand. The students there, to a great extent, are not getting exactly what they deserve. Those institutions do not have labs. We want to know the commitment in creating labs, especially for STEM pathways, so that these learners are actually well brought up and ready for the STEM pathways. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Prof, I'll come back to you. Wewe ndio utajua kama utajibu zote ama utarushia Mbogi.
So maybe I go first on this one. The question of universities not be prepared, maybe I need to put it clear that the panelists there said in 2029 is when they are going to get the first CBC students. That's what he said. The first CBC students for most of the programs will be 2029. But he said the teachers who are now going to teach have already started to be taught on CBC curriculum. So universities are very aware about CBC. They are training teachers who are now graduate even this year to go to JSS. They are being trained about to actually implement the CBC curriculum. But the other programs which are in the old system are being revealed so that they become CBC compliant, because the first students of STEM will arrive in 2029. That's the answer for that one. The other one was on the feedback. How do we get feedback of what the CBC is doing in the marginalized places. Let us be sure on this one. Just like we have first world, second world, and developing countries, even in a developing country like this, we have some areas which are developed, non-developing, others are still not developed. So you find in cities or in other places where the government is close, there's electricity, there are good amenities, but as you go out, the government is moving in speed to make sure they are also included into that. Even in China itself, you go to Beijing, there are better schools there. But you go to Tibet, there is less development, and they are working very hard on that. So those gaps are always there, and the government is supposed to be represented by the members of parliament in those areas to represent their locations and make sure they are also developed. The other one is a question of a failed system. No, when you say the 844 is a failed system, no, it is not failed system. It's still a good system. Even Tanzania is still using our order system. Uganda is using our order system. As we began with 844, we have changed it. We want to become as dynamic as possible. So it's not failed. It's going to be implemented as we learn from that system. And you can see the way we are. So get the best grades in your system, and the best students in your system will get their jobs. Will also get opportunity to explore their innovations, their ideas. So don't have the mentality of a failed system. Even when you do a course in a university, it can be BSc or BA or BSc General, get the best grades there. Will get you a job on that course you have. There's always something for you if you are best in what you are doing. If you are doing physics, if you are doing accounting, any subjects, be very good. They will always open a way for you. At least now you are doing a mean grade, so you get a C+ and above, you go to the university. And in the university, get first-class honors will get you somewhere. You'll get scholarship because of your grades. So do your best in whatever you are doing. Lastly, you talked about connection to the grid, that there are some places where there's no connection now, and some schools don't have labs. Mine is to everybody here. When you see a problem, see an opportunity. We have mobile labs. You can also invest in that because students need that, and you can be paid by the government. The government cannot take everybody to have a lab there, but you get that tender that you can be able to supply those equipments. You can have basic supply of those schools, and you present to the government, you will be funded because it's a necessary thing. It's a right for education. It's an opportunity. It's a challenge, but you can also benefit from the same. And as you get your colleagues, team up together and see how we can solve that. You can also get people employed in that. Challenges make the economy to move. It's an opportunity you can employ and you can be employed. Let us think about it. Actually, universities, we are very happy when we see problems. It makes us to think. Think and find a solution. Design a way of solving that, then our country can have less problems, less challenges. So wherever there's no power, how can we have renewable energy there? Which kind of a cheaper energy can we have? We have this lady from China, she's called Xia. She's bringing solar lamps in Africa, and she's calling them a replacement of candles. And she's doing it there. So how can we have now, where Kitui has a lot of solar, and we solve the problem of energy in some schools, and their labs can also be connected. We have challenges, but let us solve them. Not cry to the government. We can also have a brother here add something on that. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. I just want to add on to something and also demystify. For the State Department of Energy, I believe you have our sagas here, and you really embrace the statistics. I want to call upon you to visit our stands. You see what REREC is doing. You see the other initiatives from the other sagas, and I would only say that it's a matter of statistics. We are yet to get to 100% fully connected to the grid. So that's something, that's work under, that's work in progress. Then the other thing that maybe a professor is saying here, allow me to cite this. In any growth curve, it doesn't happen discretely. It happens continuously. Yet there is that phase of change. Si ni ukweli? Hakuna vile utawahi toka kwa stage A, uruke kwa stage B, na umepita pale katikati. Is it ukweli? Hata mtoto akikua, anaanza na kunyonya, anaenda akikua weaned off the milk to hard stuff and so forth. So I believe that is what we need to embrace. That in STEM, especially in our current status, we need to be not dinosaurs. We need to be what animal to survive? What animal do we need to be to survive? No crocodile. Did they say dolphins? You adapt. We need to be adaptive. So those of us who are in the current curriculum, you cannot drop off from school and say, there's nothing for me in the future. You look for those opportunities the Prof is saying. Do a SWOT analysis. What is it that the industry will need from what I'm getting right now? Don't condemn yourself. Those who are now coming up in the CBC curriculum, the CBE right now, also appreciate 3 particular forms of academia. I believe the academicians here know. Mtoto anaweza kuwa aina 3. We have what we call psychomotors, affective domains, and cognitive domains. Tupatane behind the tent. Watoto wakikua, kuna yule mtoto ana learn by seeing. They see it, they do it even better than the doer. Mwingine ana memorize. Ukimwambia niambie what kitabu ya Chinua Achebe ilikuwa inasema from first page to the last page, yote iko wapi? Iko kwa akili. Si ni ukweli? So we need to appreciate, and I think that's what the CBE is coming to do. Thank you so much, and let's keep it interactive.
Asante. Let's keep it interactive. Tumpigeni makofi tafadhali. Thank you so. Atanichukulia hiyo microphone. Mpigeni makofi tafadhali akiwa na prof. Thank you so much. Nafikiri any moment from now, our chief guests will arrive here so that we can do the next part of the program. Kwa wale wako hapa na wamesahau wako wapi, ni wakumbushe kwamba tuko Kitui. Kitui Ukambani. Na hii ni Energy Week. Wizara ya Energy ilijua huku ndio energy inatokanga. Huku ndio energy literally. Hata leo mko na bahati jua amechelewa kidogo. Tulimtuma kwanza Garissa, but na watu wa Kitui, kama wewe ni wa Kitui sema asi. Kuna kitu ni waone. Juu mna mislead wananchi. Can you imagine? Hebu tembea town uone hoteli. Ona tu vile wanaita mahoteli zao. Kwa Bonza Hotel. Come and enjoy our food. Lakini kuna ingine nimeona asubuhi nikaona hii ni uongo. Hati Park Villa. Park Villa restaurant. Come enjoy our food with an ocean view. Ocean view Kitui. Abana tuache kudanganya wananchi. Ocean view kaka. So wageni wetu wakiingia hapa, nitaomba tuwakaribishe vizuri. Hawa hii State Department 2 ambazo viongozi wanakuja kukua na sisi hapa, hao ndio wamefanya tukakuwa hapa. Hawa ma-PSs 3 wanakuja hapa, hao ndio wamefanya, wamesukuma, wakalobi, wakatafuta pesa, wakatafuta ukarabati hadi hii shughuli hapa ikawa nzuri. So as I walk in, naomba tuwakaribishe vizuri. So tufanye tu rihazo, tuassume ndio hawa wanaingia. Tupigieni hawa wanaingia makofi, wajisikie kama ma-PSs, wapigeni makofi. Kamera unaweza enda hapo wachukue, wajisikie kama viongozi. Aya, 1 2 go. Tuwakaribisheni viongozi wetu vizuri tafadhali na makofi. Very well. Now, as I prepare to come, kuna wakina mama nimeona hapa nyuma yangu wa nyumbani. Mwaitu unaona ba mena iseko. Nitawakaribisha kidogo watupigie namba 1 tukingoja PS tafadhali. Hawa walikuwa Dubai juzi. We are very lucky that they are here with us today. They are going to do a traditional song. Na ukiwa na biashara yako huko Nairobi na watu wanakusumbua, these are the people. If you know, you know. Haya, tukingoja wakuje, kuna Gen Z mmoja anataka kutufungia hii chapter. Pesa bado haijaisha. Pesa, be mondo wako muzindi, idi ando maitu, silikali ndio kie. Pesa ndo kolanie. Wona tia nenga na maana, eli ukosa baba musungi. Ni witha uilie na kibeti ba ukisungi. Ukiete ba kisungi nikine mbesa. Ndanamba wete ya makwati ye bau. Pe kibeti kisungi bau. Kiba? Hakuna? Haya basi mabibi na mabwana, nataka niwakaribishe hawa wakereketwa wa muziki kutoka Ukambani. Hawa waliona Paul Ngei na macho. Hawa ndio wamelea sio Kimau. Mabibi na mabwana, kati ya Kitui, nataka nikalimbishe kikundi hiki cha kina mama kituchezee ngoma vile wamefanya collabo na remix ya Setit. Mutajionea na macho, mutajionea na macho. Karibuni sana mabibi na mabwana. Karibu mwaito. Asante. So mabibi na mabwana kutoka Ukambani, tuwakaribishe wana Mwenyenyo na Kindumba. Baunde ena baunde. Makofi tafadhali ya Mwenyenyo. Tunapongoja viongozi wetu wajiunge na sisi hapa. Professor, this is the PE part of our conversation. Karibu sana. Ni mwenda microphone. Kana ni mwenda? Nenga maitu mic. Anene. Nikawiko oka. Karibuni.
Mwetele
Kabisa.
Wajao
Ngoja hapo wewe.
Erija ya Mwaja mabi mwajae ni mogoliae ondo mwagaza gowe mwe madho meanye te mama za meamate na jibu lobadi ogo yae ni twelinga ni togonya kweli kweli ni mogoliae wadi huwa niwe dawada nye Mwenyenyo wa mudanga nyene mugwende ogeria ni maito mandaya. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Wapi makofi tafadhali ya Mwenyenyo?
Bigageti. Bigageti.
Nikogete.
Bigageti tijazi golenje. Bigageti tijazi golenje. Miteto bande eto zobea. And we got it, the jazzy golenje, we got it, the jazzy golenje, miteto bande to mesoria. Miteto bande, metosoria, mabisa, my toe, mabisa, my toe, mabisa, my quajan. Madele, Kenya, and they go on and Mabisa, my dog, Mabisa, my waja. Ah, Madele, Kenya, you go on Kenya, and they, Kenya, and they. Lola, Mama, my Gola Angelina, Gola Angelina, my Hello, Gala, Gola Himade, Hello, Mana, Nangala, Mama, Nangala, Gale, Hello, Dalata, Gola Datama, Hello, Dalata. Gangalela wa mama e, galela wa mama e, galelo kwa te jadi mo e, galela wi wanya, galela wa mama, gangalela kwa te jadi mo. Nagiyeza inigie, nagiyeza iya wendo, nagiyeza inigie. Uganeza indingi ngoma. Uganeza ke gongo juluga e, uganeza goluga e madune. Tomane dwene malinga bundeza e, modunda laga e negima e, laga e ne kwada e, laga e ni vaje, ani vaje ma, sinuga ma e, ni kwada. Laga e ni vaje, modunda laga ma wa muiga. Laga in the water, putting the laga in the water, the water laga in the Balo Jada give a la la. Balo Jada give a la la, Manana, Balo Jada give a la la. Zongoga udogia, Dindo, my Zongoga udogia. Go guide a give a log what they might. Never drop his egg and never just great again. Never just good and I just go everything no gelogoma. 1 hour we got get be. Onang and I adito. Odindana Jovi. 1 hour we got get be. Odindana Jovi. Manyanya kinengoe manyanya ngatika ngoma mudundo moto iwainyo ngatika ngoma gabe watondo manyanya tejakalai ni mwawiranga tajakala manyanya kujenga ye mwa
Mwanyenye ukikushika unaamuka unaenyenya. Tukingoja viongozi wetu wajiunge na sisi hapa. Wakimalizia pale hawa majenzi wa Kitui kona nao wenye DJ ngoja mutanamboi mwaitu mutanamboi ambao weka wapi makofi yao tafadhali maende na umaluka. Asante sana. Malizia tu basi mama nenda umweke yakangi isi amatu ko ninaona kana mwezi kwenyenya ni mwezi mwenda ni gesi ya kanisa ni kana ni tie bosi ya ungu kana mwenda we okelanga kia master wina mindo ndukie master no kia mituki master niweke wini mwenda keba uko na katiboi ni mwenda katiboi mwenda ongepo weka kitu DJ wewe uonyeshwe mwenyenyo sasa. Hiyo ingine ilikuwa warm up. DJ finya play iko karibu na stop, angalia hapo. Weka ngepo. wa kanisani. DJ tumalizie, nilete hawa wengine tafadhali. Nipe kengine DJ ukimalizia tafadhali. Unachoma. Finya play yenye uko nayo. Yenye uko nayo master. Yenye uko nayo. Yenye uko nayo. DJ yako attachment professor tutamuelewa. Karibuni sana. DJ waekee hiyo wanapoingia. Hawa ni wanakwaya wameokoka. Karibuni sana. Wako na shairi hawa, ukiangalia hawana mambo ya ukamba. Hawa ni watu hakika wamesoma. Hata ukiangalia vile wanatembea, hawa ni watu ambao hawana mbwembwe. So nitawapatia dakika moja waweze kufanya presentation kisha tuendelee. Mbwembwe zizimame hapo. Tumalize shairi kidogo. Aya, ready?
Sisi ni wana Kitui, tuko na shairi juu ya nishati ya matumaini kwa sababu this is Energy Week. Kwa hivyo mtapata mengi kutoka kwa shairi letu. Karibuni. Jina langu ni Daktari Stella Mangu. Welcome.
Kitui kinawaletea shairi lenye maana nishati ya tumaini. Makinikeni. Katika Kitui hadhi yetu inang'aa, vikundi vinapambana, nguvu za maisha. Wazee kwa vijana wanataka mabadiliko ya haraka. Nishati ya umoja ni jibu letu sahihi. Jua linaangaza, linaleta matumaini. Katika giza tunatafuta suluhu. Mikakati ya pamoja ni ujenzi wa kesho. Tukipa kazi tutashinda kila vizuizi. Nishati ya umoja ni jibu letu la sahihi.
Sawa. Asanteni sana. Tuwakaribishe viongozi wetu tafadhali. Tusimame kidogo tuwakaribishe viongozi wetu kwa makofi, shangwe na vigelegele. DJ niwekee hiyo ngoma tafadhali. Karibu sana Bwana PS. Asante sana. Naomba hawa washairi tuondoke kidogo tafadhali, ndio tukaribishe PS wetu kidogo na kawimbo. Tumpigieni Bwana PS wetu tafadhali wa Energy na PS wetu wa Agriculture, Bwana PS Mweke pamoja na Bwana Dennis Tumbi na PS Alex Washira. Tuwapigieni makofi mazeo piu. Baitu mwazeo enge. PS wamesema kwa sababu huko na PS Mweke na tuko Kitui, Bwana Itumbi, hatuwezi anza hii mkutano bila kudance kidogo. So ninaomba tu bwana PS kwa heshima ukuje tu hapa stage kidogo ukiwa na bwana Mweke na bwana Itumbi na pia our PS tafadhali, all our PSs kindly. Tuachilie kamoja na CEO wetu wa Rerek. Ndio, yes, karibu. Na pia mheshimiwa, karibu mweshi. So hii DJ ready? Twende kazi DJ. Ngoja DJ. So bwana PS Mweke kwa heshima zote. Leo wewe ndio unatuguide. Wewe ndio tunafuata kitu tunafanya. Mko tayari? Tupatiane space. PS chunga PS Mweke kabisa. DJ twende kazi DJ. Aha. Bwana Dennis Itumbi, usiwahi dance mbele ya watu tena sasa. Haina haja ujiaibishe mdosi. Karibuni sana bwana PS. Tumewangoja sana siku ya leo. Nafikiri tunaweza kuketi. Tumekuwa na mazungumzo kuanzia asubuhi. Tumefanya mazungumzo na panel discussion moja. Now we are privileged that our PSs have managed to be here with us. So without further ado, allow me to take this program to the next level. Na nafikiri bila kupoteza muda, DJ nipe mziki kidogo tafadhali. ETC. Hawa ndio mahost wetu. You do just one traditional song, then we continue with the program. Yvonne. Karibu sana. Tuibange onesombola. Hawa bwana PS wameenda hadi Dubai. Hawa ni watu international kabisa. Kuna gari KAY 598F. KAY 598F. Gari yako inaongea. KAY 598F. Tafadhali, gari yako iko na maneno.
Our chief guest, all the guests within us, our song is talking about conserving energy and moving to the current trend of gas. Karibu, enjoy our music.
Wow, amazing. Makofi yao. Kabla muondoke kwa sababu hapa ni TTC. Tumeona hiyo mzuri, mmefanya traditional, tuone kama pia nyinyi ni young kidogo. DJ uko na kangoma modern, tuone kama Wakamba imewafikia. Set it. DJ finya play DJ tuone. Wangalewa. Inundu mweke wako tatubange mwika nyata. DJ twende. naona saa yenye Ken wa Maria kuna ngoma hapa nje. Nani wanakuanga nje? Wewe umejionea na macho yako. Asanteni sana. Asante. Asanteni. Wapigeni makofi jamani hawa wanafunzi wetu. Thank you so much for representing us. Kuna kina mama pia walikuwa hapa bwana PS, matusongea na masia nienda wale, wa representative Oele wakwinie ba. Tafadhali PS, unajua ulikuja Ukambani. Huku ndio the original continent ya energy. Uka mamione. Uko mamiwe ba yondo ngo kwa bambe. Ukai kayo ba amwele. Lakini you know ndo anene imo kai. Teina kala kange muinia nene. Ona kala maina after maina kala kaseo. Itine yuka aka kanisani. Wale wa. No ndo heshimo. DJ nwangelewa. DJ wacha mchezo. Finya play. Weka sitaki kutaja majina. DJ ndwikie kawadhi. Our PS. Tusiendelee. Tusiendelee. Pigeni hawa wamama makofi tafadhali. Thank you so much. No, musioke. Tujipigieni pia makofi tafadhali. Tunataka kuwaonyesha mbwembwe na hizi mbwembwe zitaonyeshwa na wanafunzi na this gentleman here is going to take us through that segment. You can use this one, sir. Check.
Great. Everybody in this plenary session, we started this as an invention because we want to embrace the take of STEM in the academia. So what we have are two best innovations from the basic education, and I want to usher them on the stage. They are going to really engage, present to you what they have. We have two projects, and I want to call them on the stage simultaneously. We have one project by the name Intelligent Hospital Trolley, all the way from St. Patrick's, Kajiado. Let's, come over. Let's give them a round of applause. You can get to the far left. Next, we have what we are calling Smart Speed Bump from Karema Girls. Let us give them a round of applause. So as they get power for Karema, I believe St. Patrick Kajiado, you're ready to go? So we want them to give us, we need them to bring us up to speed with what they have to offer. So I know you know how to do a collabo. So one of you can do the ride and the other one does the talking. Can you? Oh, they are saying the floor is not favorable. So we might need to improvise, but try it out. Karema, if you're set, still need power. It's working.
Hi everyone. We are from St. Patrick's Kajiado Township Mixed Secondary School. This is our project, the Intelligent Hospital Trolley. The reason to why we are calling it an Intelligent Hospital Trolley is that it doesn't require your energy while pushing it. You just stand in front of the trolley and the trolley follows you. Second of all, this trolley measures the temperature of a patient. The reason to why it is able to follow the nurse or the doctor is because of the IR sensors, the infrared IR sensors, which sends information to the microcontroller, which, for instance, is the brain of this machine of ours. So the microcontroller sends information to the other parts of the Intelligent Hospital Trolley, for the H bridges, the DC motors, and it alerts the machine that it needs to move. So it eases the work of the Intelligent Hospital Trolley. All the traditional manual hospital trolley, it requires one to push it, and for some instance, patients die while they're there, and the bed sometimes stops moving. Hence, the patients will die because of the rains and every other stuff. Yeah. For instance, we are assuming that his legs are the nurse or the doctor in the hospitals. As you can see, it also has a temperature sensor. It indicates the temperature of the patient. If the patient has high temperature, the nurse is informed and is there to take care of the patient immediately. Yeah, as you can see, it's moving. It's following his leg, which is assumed to be the nurse or the doctor.
Wow, wow, wow. What a thought. You didn't say what form you are, maybe just...
In Form 4. Yeah, I'm in Form 4. Yeah.
Also in Form 4.
Wow, they are candidates. Bona PS, this is total dedication to our effort and bring them all the way from Kajiado. And we want to take this chance to really wish you all the best in your exam. I know you're doing physics. Great. This is what STEM can do. Really application of the knowledge harnessed in class. Thank you so much, and we want to wish you all the best in your exams.
So my name is Miriam Duko, and this is Shanik Siawai, and we are from the Ambitious Karema Girls, presenting a project known as Smart Speed Bump and a Smart Parking Lot.
So, this project is called Smart Speed Bump. It is used to ensure pedestrian safety at the zebra crossing where they are more vulnerable, and ensure smooth traffic flow. So to the workability of this project. So when a pedestrian is crossing the road, a speed bump will rotate. Thus, when a car is approaching, they will be prompt to slow down or stop. When the pedestrian is continuing to cross until they reach the end, and they cross completely, the speed bump will rotate back into a flat position, ensuring smooth traffic flow. So this system, the advantage is that it ensures pedestrian safety at the zebra crossing while minimizing disturbance of traffic flow, because the speed bump only rotates when the pedestrian is detected. Otherwise, it remains flat, thus ensuring smooth traffic flow. So there's no need for the driver to slow down. Okay, I'm demonstrating again. So this is a pedestrian. When a pedestrian is crossing the road, the bump will rotate. Thus, an incoming car will be prompt to slow down. When the pedestrian is continuing to cross until they reach the end and they go completely, the bump will rotate back into a flat position, ensuring smooth traffic flow. So it enhances pedestrian security at the zebra crossing while minimizing disturbance of traffic flow, because the bump only rotates when a pedestrian is detected. Otherwise, it will remain flat and the vehicles will have smooth traffic flow. There's an LED street light which automatically turns on during the night. It automatically turns on when light intensity is low, and during the day it is off. Thus, it ensures security of the pedestrians at night while improving visibility at night.
So we also have a smart parking lot, and this is how it works. So when a car is approaching the system, it is automatically detected by the sensors, allowing the car to pass and park and occupy one parking slot. When another car is approaching the system, it is also detected, allowing the arm to raise, and then it passes and occupies the parking slot too. The LCD display here displays car 1 and car 2 have already parked, and therefore any other car approaching and it is detected, it will be told that the parking is already full, and therefore it will be prompted to go and occupy another parking space. Therefore, this system is efficient for the driver, since he or she does not have to waste time looking for any parking space when there is no parking space available. Yes.
So I think that's it for the two best innovations.
Wow. Situwapigie makofi mazuri jamani. We can do better than that. Tukarange kwanza. Hawa ni wanafunzi, tuwakarangie, tuwape moja nzuri nzito. Sawa, are you ready? Karanga kabisa, 1 2 go pe. Asante sana. Na courtesy of Dennis Itumbi nimepewa shilingi 2000 zenu. Kila mtu nitampea 2000. Hamtawapigia makofi? Hiyo ni yako, tafadhali. Hiyo ni yako, tafadhali. Alafu pia nikuvalishe kofia. Kofia ukienda nyumbani unaweza palikia dad. Kama uvangi. Imeandikwa Rerek. Yeah. Inafunika kamusudu hapa vile inafaa. Niongeze ingine ya hama profesa wengine. There you go. Looking beautiful. Lovely. Asante sana. Leo nikupatie fee yako 2. Na mnaambiwa msome. Masomo ni pesa. Endelea tu hapo kusikiza Kenwa Maria. There you go. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Wapigeni makofi tafadhali. Just say it.
So, this is just the basic education. We have other innovations from TVET and higher education. In the afternoon, we are going to award them with their trophies and other awards to really appreciate that effort. So thank you so much, Bwana Itumbi, for your effort, and we really are appreciative of that effort. Thank you so much, and we wish them all the best. They are here with their teachers. We have 9 schools in total, and we have 16 students with us for the entire week. So let's really mentor them and continue supporting them.
Asante. Thank you so much. Tafadhali makofi tafadhali. Well done. Nicely done. Bwana PSS, before we proceed to the next part of the program, iko kwa, unajua watu wa energy wameimba sana sa. So iko kwaya hapa ya petroleum. Wameomba tu wafanye one number, then now we go to speeches. So ladies and gentlemen, introducing the Petroleum International Choir. Karibuni sana. Tuwakaribisha na makofi tafadhali. Nafikiri tunaweza tumia the stage. We can utilize the stage kindly. Mkaribisheni vizuri na makofi jamani. Karibu sana. Asante. Wakimalizia pale kwaya yetu ya petroli, asante sana. Tuwapigeni makofi mazuri sana. Thank you so much guys. Nashukuru sana kwa sababu ya muda. Wacheni tusikie hiyo wimbo moja tu kwa leo. Shukran sana. Thank you so much. To all my friends who wants to make a presentation, kindly, we have a whole week here. So nitapata chance ya kuwapatia chance muonyeshe mambo yenu. Kwa sasa kwa sababu viongozi wetu wako hapa, nitaomba mniwie radhi. Ndiposa twende kwa mazungumzo yetu ya siku ya leo. Asante sana wana Petroleum Choir. Mbarikiwe sana. Thank you. Our PSS, with your permission, I'd like we begin the conversation, and I'd like to invite our principal KTTC to make his opening remarks. Kisha tukaribishe hapa, halafu tuendelee na mazungumzo. Wapi makofi ya principal tafadhali? Chief Principal. Karibu sana.
Thank you very much for giving me a chance to recognize our esteemed guests today. Mwanadedis Itumbe, P.S. Mweke, P.S. Alex Washira. This better. Thank you. We are really happy to receive you today with the other members of state corporations and the leaders there. Indeed, we are glad that we have been given an opportunity to host you to Kitui Teachers Training College. We recognize the presence of our students from all over the country and the exhibitions that they are coming to display. The security officers present, we really feel honored by your presence. The members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Kitui Teachers Training College is very, very much honored to have received quite some privileges through the courtesy of the Energy Week. Right now, we are boasting and thanking God because the National Oil Corporation has installed for us very, very magnificent LPG cooking gas. We have moved away from the old norm of firewood, which was consuming a lot of money. And that is a great saving to the college, courtesy of the National Oil Corporation. Point number 2, another project which was we are proud of again is from the Kenya Pipeline Corporation, Kenya Pipeline Company Foundation, which has given us a second bow. We were using a lot of money, almost $1 million shillings every month, in order to be able to procure water boosters. And that one will create a lot of savings, which will enhance the other projects that the college is lacking. We can't forget even the LELEC, rural electrification, because of the floodlights that they have spread to our compound, and we really feel highly protected because light chases away a lot of enemies at night and a lot of savings. We can't forget also the effort of the contractor that is busy upgrading the road for us, and so many other goodies. And we really thank our Excellency the President, and more so the dignitaries that we have been able to receive over the week. We are really feel proud, and we thank God that we were given this opportunity. This opportunity will not fall just anywhere. It is because of the grace of God that this opportunity was granted to Kitui Teachers Training College. I forgot to say my name is Gerald Nyaga Motegi, the Chief Principal, and I would say that I have no words. Our students, the Board of Governors, the non-teaching staff, and all our stakeholders are really proud to be associated with the Ministry of Energy and all other state corporations that are coming for this Mashujaa Energy Week in readiness for Mashujaa Day celebrations. In the interest of time, I would say, may God bless you. May you find all the hospitalities that we have at Kitui Teachers Training College. And if we wrong you in any manner or any kind, kindly forgive us. Mtatusamehe tu if we are not going to meet your expectations. Thank you, and may God bless you. Karibuni sana.
Asante. Makofi ya Chief Principal. DJ hautakea Principal kitu. Principal tuko kwako bwana. Principal tuko kwako bwana. Mdosi. Ndio hiyo. Ndio hiyo. Ndio hiyo. Ndio hiyo. Ndio hiyo. DJ. Huyu principal wenu alikuwa mkora akiwa kijana. Wapi makofi ya Chief Principal tafadhali. Thank you so much, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, our PSS, with your permission, allow me to invite the Deputy Governor, Kitui County, to make his remarks. Karibu sana Monene.
To the PS's president, the various national government agencies around, our county government staff, especially the Ministry of Energy, invited guests, good morning. His Excellency the Governor, Dr. Julius Malombe, was supposed to make the opening remarks, but as you are aware, there are so many activities happening right now in Kitui, and he has to go to Idokwe Stadium for the art of a ceremony. So I am representing him in today's function here at the Teachers College. Distinguished guests, as we celebrate this Energy Week at this institution, the Kitui Teachers Training College, being part of the Mashujaa Day celebrations with the theme promotion of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics in energy. This could not have come at a better time as our journey towards sustainable development and self-reliance on energy in our county and in the country as a whole. Yesterday, there was a statement that was made by the United Nations Industrial Development Organization, and I quote, "Science, technology, and innovation play a key role in achieving the sustainable development goals, particularly in targets that concern human well-being, such as health, clean water and sanitation, climate change, clean energy, decent work, and responsible production, among others." In this context, STEM, that is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, is the cornerstone of modern innovation and progress. It empowers scientists and societies to think critically, innovate boldly, and solve complex problems. I wish to quote an African proverb that says, "Wisdom is like a baobab tree. No one individual can embrace it. Lazima tuende sisi wote, all of us, around it so that we can embrace it." And in the same spirit, the advancement of energy solutions calls for a collective wisdom, innovation, and collaboration of our people, especially our youth and scholars. To quote the African-American revolutionary Malcolm X, he said, "The future belongs to those who prepare for it." By equipping our young people with STEM skills, we are preparing them to lead the change in creating sustainable energy solutions for tomorrow, and especially laying the foundation for our country's future in the fast-changing and competitive world. Here in Kitui County, we are blessed with abundant renewable energy. These resources range from fast solar exposure. Nyote mnasikia vile kajua kanachoma sahi. We have those favorable and wind patterns and immense biogas potential. These are not just resources, they are opportunities waiting to be harnessed and to be exploited. Through STEM-driven research, innovation, and partnerships, we can turn Kitui County into a model county for clean, sustainable, and affordable energy. Our aspiration is one where in the future, every home is lit, every classroom powered, and every enterprise thriving, fueled by ingenuity of our own sons and daughters. Ladies and gentlemen, we have several benefits of promoting STEM in energy. There is innovation and technical growth, job creation and economic empowerment, sustainability and environmental stewardship, and through this, we have to promote STEM in energy through education and capacity building. We have to do the infrastructure. The infrastructure here, we have to do the facilities that serve as incubators for creative solutions in renewable energy. These are laboratories, the research centers, and innovation hubs that are critical for all these. Ladies and gentlemen, the call for action is right now. The journey towards sustainable energy future begins with us. Let us support STEM in education, empower youth, and embrace innovation. Together we can make Kitui County and Kenya at large a beacon of renewable energy excellence in Kenya and beyond. Let us remember, if you want to go far, you go alone. But when you want to go far, when you want to go fast, you go alone. But when you want to go far, you go together as a team. The challenge is before us requires unity of purpose, courage, and persistence. And in conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, By promoting STEM in energy, we are not only fueling innovation and job creation, we are securing the foundations of our sustainable and prosperous future for our county and our country. Let us light our country, not just with electricity, but also with knowledge, creativity, enhanced livelihoods, and hope. And ladies and gentlemen, Kitui County boasts of hosting the Eastern Energy Center, and most of our people are learning a lot from there, and most counties are coming to benchmark with the county. So welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Karibuni sana Kitui. Asante.
Munene ndo akamboi, tafadhali DJ huwezi enda kwa. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me now to invite the head of presidential projects and creative economy, Bwana Dennis Itumbi, akuje atuongoze kwa hii sehemu. Wapi makofi ya Itumbi tafadhali? Karibu sana, anaitwa waziri wa mayai. Wapi makofi ya my boss Bwana Itumbi? Karibu sana.
Asante sana Chipukizi. God is good. Tusalimiane hapa, God is good and all the time. Thank you very much. PS's Deputy Governor, CEOs present, and colleagues in government. Na wananchi wa Kitui, hamjambo. PS Energy, this is the 9th thematic week that's being held in Kenya since 2022 when President William Ruto took over. The first thematic conference was on ICT and creative economy, which ended up giving us Facebook monetization, and people are now earning money by just using Facebook. The second thematic conference was on health. Then we had agriculture, blue economy, and maritime affairs. We had youth. We then now have energy to pillar this week, this Mashujaa Day of 2025. PS, I must commend your teams in both state departments for being the most hardworking and producing the best results of this thematic week. Your teams did not only deliver the first different concept note, but have also delivered the first fully interactive booths for these exhibitions. So congratulations, PS and your team. Beyond that, PS, I have been learning a little bit about energy since the setups began. I'm yet to get there, but I still have a lot of questions which I'll be going around the booths to ask, especially around your Kitui nuclear. There are still very many questions around the use of nuclear, but for the last few days, you have been helpful in making me understand we are not becoming passe, joining that nuclear for war, it's nuclear for energy. So at least that illiteracy has gone. I have a little bit more to learn. But I've also learned that electrification has gone up from around 2013 to where we are now by a big percentage through your KPLC. It was interesting to see the car that's been exhibited here for e-mobility, and to see that you can actually charge a car and it goes for between 250 to 550 kilometers. So that has also been it has been an eye-opener. I always thought that the maximum you can go with a charged car is about 150 kilometers. You can actually drive Nairobi to Kisumu on one charge. That is quite something on the different models of the car. PS, because we would want you to open for us, then you can be able to speak from tomorrow. I will not take too much time. I will instead invite you, together with PS Mweke, Deputy Governor, CEO Rerek, Mheshimiwa, and everybody else. We have a marathon on Saturday, an energy marathon. So muende mtafute tracksuits, ndio tuone kama mnaweza kimbia, and we see how fit you are. So that will be a 10 km run. And it's going to start at 7 a.m. on Saturday. We'll also be inviting everyone here for a medical camp that will start on Thursday and Friday. It will be offered by Kenyatta National Hospital and Kenyatta National Referral Hospital, KUTRH. And finally, PS Mweke, you'll be interested to know that we'll have a football match on Saturday. Finals that have been played for the last 1 month. So the finals will now be coming up, together with the Deputy Governor, will be coming up on Saturday, and you're all invited for that activity. So, ladies and gentlemen, without much further ado, I welcome you to this Energy Week. I encourage you to participate in the booths and to get all the necessary information you can about energy. Having said that, I now take this great opportunity to invite PS Livestock, PS Mweke, Jonathan Mweke, to come and speak and take the opportunity to invite his colleague PS. Thank you very much. Tupigie makofi PS Mweke.
God is good, and all the time. Mweye ni museo, na Marvin down there. PS Alex Wachira, our chief guest today. My brother Dennis Itumbi, Deputy Governor, CEOs present, all Waheshimiwa was here, colleagues. For me, it's a really good morning. Because we are here in Kitui for this Energy Week. It's really great to be here in Kitui, home to amazing people, smart students, and a bright future. So thank you so much for coming here today. Thank you, Dennis Itumbi, for your leadership on these thematic weeks that we have had since, I believe, October 2022. It has been very enlightening to learn about the core pillars of our economy. We're also very proud as people from Kitui to host this Energy Week, and of course to host the national celebrations of Mashujaa Day, which will be on Monday, October 20th. The theme for the Energy Week is transforming lives through sustainable energy solutions, which, as we have heard, there's a lot of learning to be done in the booths. So why does energy matter to us as a country? First of all, it powers all the lights that we see here. It charges our phones, our laptops. It runs industries, factories and other industries that create jobs. And it also helps farmers irrigate their crops and process food. In short, energy fuels dreams. Your dreams for a better life, better studies, better opportunities. Kenya, if we didn't know, has over 90% clean energy from renewable sources such as wind, solar, and geothermal power. This makes our country a leader in Africa when it comes to clean, green energy, something that we are very, very proud of. Our government, led by President William Ruto, has prioritized energy to ensure that every single household has electricity by the year 2030. And that is why you see a lot of activity going on in the last mile project that is being run under the leadership of PS Energy, PS Wachira. Our president also has a vision to encourage the use of LPG gas, liquid petroleum gas, so as to reduce smoke-related illnesses and also save our environment. Our principal here, Bwana Mutegi, has also confirmed that this institution has benefited from LPG. Thank you, National Oil Corporation of Kenya, for ensuring that we stop using firewood and now we use gas like LPG, which is, of course, very, very progressive. We are also working very hard as a government to create opportunities for young people in energy, innovation, and green careers. You've heard we are also promoting STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math within our schools, and we've seen exhibitions here of projects of very, very advanced technologies that are being innovated by our young people in secondary school. Here in Kitui County, which is my home county, I'm very happy to report that we have several energy programs going on. Thank you, PS, and your team. From the National Oil Corporation of Kenya, there's almost 24,000 gas cylinders, 3,000 on average per constituency, that will be distributed to our people. Asanteni sana for that. We have REREC, headed by our MD over here, Madam Rose, and Kenya Power. We are expanding the last mile electrification program connecting homes and schools, almost 2.1 billion shillings worth of last mile connections to power our homes right to the villages. Watu wetu sasa watatoka kwa giza wawe na sitima kwa vijiji ndani. And if you follow PS Energy here with other local leaders, he is out of the office 60% of the week, 3 times out of 5, in a village somewhere in Kenya, connecting homes with electricity. Makofi kwa PS for energy. We're also introducing briquetting machines and improved charcoal kilns to make cleaner energy affordable. And Ketraco will be building the Kitui water power line to strengthen energy distribution. Kitui is served from Mwingi, and if the Mwingi line goes down, Kitui becomes dark. So through the leadership again of the Ministry of Energy, there's a new line from water to Kitui that REREC will be, Ketraco will be putting in, and that will ensure if the Mwingi line goes down, we get power from water, and Kitui will always remain energized. So far, over 2.2 billion has been invested in connecting 16,473 households in Kitui, and a lot of our public primary schools and public facilities are now connected to electricity, helping increase learning and helping learners in our primary and secondary schools. So to all our young people here, and I see many of them, energy is not just power, it is opportunity. Use it to start new ideas and small businesses, learn about renewable energy technologies, innovate, and build the Kenya for tomorrow. Let's make Kitui a hub of innovation, entrepreneurship, and clean energy leadership. Once again, welcome to Kitui County, a land of heroes, bright minds, and endless potential. Together, let's build a cleaner, smarter, and more empowered future. Asanteni sana, thank you so much for coming. And now I'd like to take this opportunity to invite my brother and my friend, the PS of Energy, who, if you don't know, is also the chairman of all the PSs in Kenya, PS Alex Wachira. Karibu sana, PS Energy.
Thank you, my brother, PS Joseph Mweke. Jonathan Mweke, sorry. And for those who do not know, is that Mweke is at home. And that is why he spoke before me, so that he can be able to welcome me home. Though I welcomed myself yesterday with Dennis Itumbi, we were here earlier. But that does not mean that you shall not host us in the evening for some modokoi and some nice chicken. So this is just to serve you as a warning. Whatever you do with that information, it is up to you. My colleague PS, Dennis Tumbi, DG, our CEOs present, directors, dignitaries, na wananchi wote kwa jumla. Hamjambo. Hamjambo tena. God is good. And all the time. Kama hunioni kwa mkono, hebu nipungie heyo. Kama hunioni nipungie. You know, Dennis, I realize that a good number of people are ready to be dull. And so therefore, I have to do the traditional, when we are in church, we hear preachers tell us, turn to your neighbor and give them a high five. So now, literally, turn to your neighbor and give them a high five. Turn to the other neighbor and tell him, P.S. Alex has said hi. And pale nyuma, turn to your neighbor and say, it is the energy week. And let us be energized. Let us be energized, because for us, as the Ministry of Energy and Petroleum, ours is to keep the country energized. And that is why you can see there are powering opportunities and fueling dreams. First of all, allow me to give a round of applause and appreciation to our organizing teams, both from the State Department of Energy and Petroleum. Let us give them a round of applause. Because we have seen a lot of dedication to the team that did this work. And you can see even right behind me, you can see, I don't know whether Dennis, you can tell what this is. This is an illustration of a transmission line. And you can see now it is transmitting power from point A to point Z. Then you can see that you have an illustration of a pump that you see in the pump station. So basically to ensure that we power the nation. But before I make a few remarks, Dennis, you know, you'll be reviewing the contract of, where is Chipukizi? Chipukizi, ameenda wapi? Let him come. But as you have correctly said, and principal, I want to appreciate the kind of work and hospitality that you have been able to give us. You know very well, Waswahili wanasema mgeni njoo na mwenyeji afanye nini? Apone. So through you hosting us, you have been able to get a few things from the clean cooking gas that has been given by NOC to the borehole that has been done by Kenya Petroleum Refineries, Kenya Pipeline, sorry, to REREC, what REREC is doing in terms of ensuring that tunafukuza, nimesikia hapa inaitwa bindu, ama inaitwa kibindu, kibindu. Ili tufukuze giza, we are REREC, and congratulations CEO for doing a good job, for ensuring that you are doing the energy center, a lot of demonstration on biogas, and also the Mulikamuizi, which is very good. And before I continue, I noticed that we have our directors from GDC. Let us give them a round of applause. Directors GDC, please stand up. I didn't recognize you. Thank you very much for creating time to be with us here. Thank you very much. Please take your seats. You know, Itumbi, you know you'll be reviewing his contract, Chipukizi, and there are things that Chipukizi, if you are going to review your contract and renew it, there are things that you must kill. People cannot come here and they dance very well. Then you tell the principal, angalia hawa ndio wanaendanga usiku kwa... Then kidogo, the principal has danced very well. Unaite, sijui ndio alikuwa mkora kwa... No, if Dennis Itumbi, if you are reviewing that, then even to yourself, then he says, Dennis Itumbi, you should not be dancing before people. Imagine. And this is your boss. So Chipukizi, we are going to review your contract, lakini hapo kuna maneno tutaangalia that might contribute to any jokes. So ladies and gentlemen, it's a great honor to join you as the theme of promotion of science, technology, engineering and mathematics in the energy sector, commonly known as STEM. This day reminds us that innovation, technology and technical skills are vital to the energy sector, and I want to congratulate Karima girls. They did a very good job here. Let us give them a round of applause. And to hear that they are Form 4s and Form 3s, then you can tell the immense potential that Kenya does have. Again, St. Patrick's, you know, when I sit in front of students and I tell them that hold in there, the future is indeed bright. And when we see His Excellency the President employ 76,000 teachers, we tell him thank you very much, because here today we are in a TTC. And so therefore we know that when he's creating affordable housing, you know, I don't know whether you people know that in affordable housing, and let me demonstrate. The primary school I went in my village not been increased. But under the affordable housing projects, I don't know whether you people are aware. If you go to Mukuru today, other than the affordable housing project, there is a school that is being built to ensure that the population, because 20 years ago, the population of Kenya was barely 38 million. Today, we are at 56. When I was doing, because I have been following the number, when I was doing my KCSE, we were barely 36 million. In 1988, the country was 25 million people. But the same number of primary schools that existed then are still the same ones that are existing now, despite the fact that the population has doubled. But now what you are seeing the president do under affordable housing, it is meant to create two main things. One, job opportunities. That is why you hear the president talk that now we have about 300,000 Kenyans who are employed directly in those affordable housing projects. And most important, it will also help us create more land for agriculture, because we are a food insufficient country. So when I sit here and I see the kind of innovation that we are seeing here, and I'm speaking in a TTC, then I know even in affordable housing project, because we are creating schools in there, we are creating job opportunities for these students who are learning here. Because in the next 2 years, they shall be out of these schools. When they are out of these schools, they need to be employed. Where shall they be employed? In those areas we are calling the affordable housing. So if there are things that we need to embrace as Kenyan people, are those things, because the affordable housing project is a game changer. You may not realize it now. And I usually tell people, Dennis Itumbi, when I met some Kenyans in Dubai, then I found they were having a discussion. And they told me, I listened in, then I interjected. Then I asked them, in your opinion, who is the best Kenyan president? Even if I ask you here, who is the best Kenyan president that Kenya ever had? Most Kenyans will tell you, President Kibaki. Then I asked them, if President Kibaki was the best president that Kenya ever had, how come his re-election in 2007 was through a narrow margin? It's because now you are looking back and appreciating the kind of work that he did. And I want to tell Kenyans, I can look at you in the eyes and tell you, when President Ruto will be done in 2032, by 2034, 35, 36, you'll be realizing that this is the best president that Kenya ever had, and that he's doing. Yes. Scientists, data analysts, innovators, technology. Our homes, industries, and social amenities. The ministry attaches a significance in promotion of STEM. I did illustrate what STEM is, and has built strategic partnerships and collaborations with development partners and institutions of higher learning to promote capacity building, upscaling of its officers. The energy sector, in its effort to promote STEM, gives you a short of transport, they can come in and help your students so that they go and appreciate what STEM is all about. And because you are just close here to the hydros, hapa hata mnaweza tembea, ukianza hapa safari, utakuwa Kamburu within another 3-4 hours, lakini jua itakusumbua, so can be able to appreciate. The Geothermal Training Center in Olkar, which is recognized across Africa for world-class training in geothermal and renewable energy. It also has the Institute of Energy Power, and I can see Director Kiplagat here. I think I saw you somewhere. Kenya Power, that continues to produce highly skilled professionals for the electricity sector. Through the Nuclear Power Energy Agency, Kenya is training specialists in nuclear in hospitals, use nuclear in water by identifying water sources, the isotopes, use in agriculture, and then now, of course, use in energy. And for Kenya to industrialize, ladies and gentlemen, we all talk about the cost of power. One of the things that will give Kenya a serious baseload is nuclear power. Because one nuclear fuel is able to burn continuously for 2 years. And leave alone that, it has an availability rate of 99.99%. 99.99% availability rate. There is no other power that can give you that kind of availability. And that is why we are saying in our sector, because we do have geothermal that is currently running as a base load. The advantage of geothermal is that it is not subject to weather changes. Then we do have the hydro, and you know very well in the Horn of Africa, when we are subject to weather changes. Before 2022, we had a prolonged drought. Even now, the weather forecast is telling us that the rains may not be that good, but we have enough water now in Masinga Dam. And that is why you have heard His Excellency, the President, talk about us building the High Grand Force Dam, because we must store the water. But Even with that, hydro is still subject to weather changes. But nuclear power, once you ignite, that is it, 2 years, and that power plant is able to run between 60 and 80 years. 60 and 80 years. By most of us, in 80 years, if we build a nuclear power plant, and we are saying that we shall decommission it in 80 years, and we want it to be built in 2034, 80 years from 2034, we are talking of 2114. None of us in this room will be in this world. When now that generation will be decommissioning. That is why we are talking of nuclear power. And second, most important, is the cost. Because with the nuclear power, if you do your numbers well, you can be able to generate anything between 2.5 US cents to around 4.55 US cents. That now lowers the cost of power and helps us industrialize. Once we industrialize, then we create job opportunities for our young people. So that is why we are asking Kenyans to support as we talk about nuclear power and we embrace nuclear power. These institutions demonstrate that Kenya produces energy and also produces human capital that will secure our future. They represent a national ecosystem of learning, research, and innovation that is already serving not just Kenya, but the wider Africa region. We are also deliberately integrating digital and data skills into our energy training. The future of energy is software-driven, from automation and predictive maintenance to smart grids and e-mobility. Our curricula and training must evolve to prepare young Kenyans to thrive in this new digital energy economy. Importantly, STEM must be inclusive. Initiatives that mentor and empower women and youth are opening doors for Kenyans to contribute to science, technology, and innovation. Inclusivity is not an option. It is the engine that will unlock the full potential of our population. Indeed, as we look into the future, we must ensure that women and youth are at the center of this socio-economic transformation. For too long, careers in STEM have been seen as out of reach for many girls and young people in rural areas. And today, that narrative must change, because what a man can do, a girl can do better. That is what we usually say. I want to reserve about the better, but we know that the girl can do. And our CEO here for REREC has been able to demonstrate that a girl child can do. She's ensuring that she lights up and connects as many Kenyans as possible. So congratulations. I'm not saying that because I am in your hometown, but you're doing a good job. Congratulations. Let us give a round of applause to our CEO. There is another lady there I want to recognize. She's called Winnie Dubai. If you want to know, Winnie, stand up. If you want to know anything about nuclear power, that is the lady you need to see. She will give you all the information about nuclear power. There is another lady still I saw here who is very good in geothermal. Where is Mother from GDC? Oh, yes. Mother, let us give her a round of applause. This is random. It was not planned. I did not say that the boy child should not appear. It is just that I read that statement, and I want to encourage the girls who are here that you have seen for yourself. We have a CEO. I've demonstrated to you that one of our GMs who is in charge of nuclear power, and one of our engineers who is in charge of geothermal. And what am I telling you? I'm showing you by example that what a man can do, girls are doing it. Girls are, and they are leading from the front. So therefore, the ladies and gentlemen who are out there, the students who are out there, just know, don't be fearful of picking the STEM and saying that the STEM is for boys. No, that is not for boys. Even girl child can do it. So mine is just emphasize that point. The future of Kenya's energy sector depends on their participation. That is the girl child, creativity, and leadership. Let me emphasize that STEM is not just about classrooms. It is about innovation, research, and problem solving that address Kenya's real challenges, whether in clean cooking, safe fuel use, or energy efficiency. By scaling these innovations, we turn our young people into job creators, global leaders in energy solutions. The ministry and its agencies, as part of our contribution to the sustainable future, we continue providing internships, mentorships, and training opportunities for our youth. Finally, Ladies and gentlemen, let us remember, energy projects will come and go, but the people we train today will shape Kenya's destiny for decades. I repeat, that let us remember, energy projects will come and go, but the people we train today will shape Kenya's destiny for decades. STEM is a national strategy, the pathway to secure, sustainable, and prosperous energy for our country and our continent. Let us therefore embrace a STEM for all the strata of the society for a better and energized world. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and now I want to declare the Energy Week officially open. Asanteni sana na Mungu awabariki, and enjoy. All the best. Asante.
Asante sana. We can do better than that. Tumuongeze PS makofi, makofi, makofi. PS asante sana. Karibu Kitui na clearly ujui jokes. PS jua jokes tafadhali. Dennis Tumbi tafadhali. Ninaomba kazi zangu tafadhali ni maintain tafadhali. Wapi makofi ya our PSS tafadhali. Bwana Dennis Tumbi, Deputy Governor, all our leaders. Thank you so much for this amazing time. We appreciate Bwana PS for this conversation. We appreciate for Energy Week. Na pia tunashukuru for mashujaa kuja huku Kitui. Kanamba itu tuyono tanu maendeleo kuletwe mosi. Si tuko na uraha maendeleo kuletwe nyumbani jamani. So PS, with your permission, I'd like we take a picture with the students who are here. We allow the students to take a picture with all the PSs and our CEOs. Kisha walimu wao wameomba pia wapige picha. So if the students are ready, kindly njooni tupige picha na wadosi wetu. Kisha tukimaliza hapo, hii session itakuwa imefungwa. Tuonane siku ya kesho jamani. Just come on stage. Karibuni DJ. Nisaidie tutoe hii MC mwenzangu. Dada zetu nika. Sorry. Mataya nisaidie tutoe hii. Asante, tujipange vizuri. Nice.
Nimekuja kusema asante. Nimekuja kusema asante. Nimekuja kusema asante. Nimekuja kusema asante.
Asante.
Kwa wema wako na fadhili zako Baba. Nimekuja kusema asante.
Asante.
Nimekuja kusema asante. Nimekuja kusema
DJ. Asante. Bwana PSS kindly. Naomba tupige picha. Kisha Bwana Dennis Tumbi amesema wale hawaku present wakitoka tuwapatie 1000 each. Mwalimu nimekupatia 12000 upatie hawa wengine wenye wamebaki. Wapi makofi tafadhali? They did well. Thank you so much Dennis. Tusogee hapa karibu wanafunzi. We can flag our bosses. Karibia, there you go. To mix. Wale warefu wakae mwisho ndio ikuwe balanced. Wale warefu. Warembo pia wakae katikati. There you go. Thanks. Thanks Mundia. As they are doing the photos, tuko na shule mingi hapa. Shule gani iko hapa mdosi? Nipei mic. Asante.
Here we have Roleto Rimulu. They were doing mushroom waste biogas from Kiambu. Then we have Karura Adventist from Nairobi, waste oil stove. We also have Maturu Secondary School from Western.
Asante.
Development of green energy systems.
Asante. Asante bro.
Then we also have, okay.
Thank you. Guys, you ready? Mko sawa? Shukran. Asante. Naomba tuondoke. Kindly PSS before you go. We take one with the teachers kindly. Samahani. Walimu, karibu. Walimu, kindly. First a little bit. Asanteni sana students. Mwalimu atawapanga. Songa mbele kidogo mwalimu kindly. Thank you. Photographers ready when you are. Ready when you are. Asante. Thank you so much PSS. Tunashukuru sana bosses. Tuwapigeni makofi tafadhali tunapomalizia. Thank you so much everybody. I think we are done for today. We can go utilize our booths. Tunaweza enda utembee uone zile mambo ambazo zimewekelewa kwenye hizo booths ambazo ziko hapa kwa hii hema. In the afternoon tutakuwa open. So ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for today. Mr. DJ, unaweza ukatupatia muziki tukifunga siku ya leo. Asante.
Siwezi pigana nawe, nanyosha mikono juu, basi pigana na. Siwezi shindana nawe, nanyosha